I'm going to be ranking the best center cards right now in NBA 2K23. My team, we do have a tier list here ranking from S that goes all the way down to D tier, and we have about 30 to 35 of some of the best center cards in my team. You guys can let me know in the comment section down below what centers you guys currently running on your squad, and of course, let me know what you guys would change about my tier list. But looking at the first center card here is going to be the Pink Diamond DeAndre Ayton. I would say he's probably a perfect B tier center card. Like, he's just going to be great all around after his Evo. I'm not talking about his Amethyst version, talking about his Pink Diamond Evo. That's a 7'1" center, 7'4" wingspan. He's still going to give you very solid defense on the interior with a 95 block, 92 steal, 88 perimeter, and then a 95 interior defense. He definitely needs a ton of badges for shooting and for playmaking, so that's going to be a huge flaw with the card, but I still think he's got good size for the 5. He's got a pretty good jump shot, solid dribble sigs. I think DeAndre Ayton going to be somewhere, at least for now, going to be somewhere in the B tier category. Tyson Chandler, I would say A tier. It might be a little bit surprising to some people, but I think Tyson Chandler is an absolute beast at that center position. He's got great size. His player model is super wide. He's got a great wingspan at 7'3". He's also 7'1". Like I mentioned, his player model is super wide and just super elite. Gets a lot of good defensive animations. He's a super athletic card with 92 speed, 92 acceleration, 98 vertical, 97 strength. He's a great rebounder, tons of good Hall of Fame defensive badges. The only thing with Tyson Chandler is his jump shot might be a little bit inconsistent for some people, but if you can green his jump shot, I do think he's going to be one of the better centers in my team, especially for his price. So I do think for now, Tyson Chandler going to be somewhere in the A tier category. I think you got to go Boban in D tier. I know he's super tall. I know he's a giant, but he's got 25 speed, 25 acceleration. Yes, I know he's 7'4" with a 7'8" wingspan, but the 25 speed, the 25 acceleration is just basically going to be unusable in my team right now. Yes, he can mash. Yes, he can be super good on the defensive end and in the interior, but he's just not going to be really that usable in my team. Manute Bol, easy S tier. I think that's the obvious choice. I mean, Manute Bol, the best card in the game, and that also, you know, correlates to being the best just center in the game as well. 7'7" with an 8'5" wingspan, has one of the best player models in the game. Super wide, just gets crazy defensive animations, and then similar to a card like Taco, you know, yes, it says only 83 speed, 83 acceleration, but he runs so fast in game and he just covers so much ground, so you don't actually notice the 83 speed being a little bit slower on a center card, you know, compared to some of the 90 plus speed centers. He's going to move just as fast as them at the center position. Marc Gasol, I think, is probably also somewhere in S tier. I do think he's a great pick and pop center. He's got a good jump shot, you know, he's pretty athletic, he's got great defensive stats and badges, and he's got good size. I think he's going to be a top 5 to center, top 5 to 7 center in my team. So I think Marc Gasol going to be somewhere in the S tier category. Chris Kaman, I would say probably C tier. Like, he's not bad. He's not one of these giants who are like super slow and have like no speed and can barely run up the court. You know, he's got like good speed, like 80 speed, 80 acceleration, 83 3 ball. He's just going to be kind of mid, and that's what the C tier category basically is. Just a tier for like not terrible cards in the game, just kind of like average mid centers that aren't terrible but also aren't like runnable. Like, I mean, they're runnable in game, but you know what I mean? Like, DeAndre Ayton is like a viable center, where Chris Kaman, I mean, you can use him, but just really don't think he's going to be that great of a center card. Chuck Nivette, another, you know, giant card that, yes, he can mash. Yes, he can defend on the interior. He's just got 25 speed, 25 acceleration. And I also believe for Chuck, he doesn't even have a high 3 ball. Like, at least Boban can shoot a 3 in a mid-range. Chuck's only going to have a 25 3 ball. Yes, he can maybe shoot a mid-range, but yeah, no speed, no acceleration, and no 3 ball. You just got to go in the D tier category. I do think Dino is probably going to be in B tier alongside Diop and also alongside D-Rob. I think all of these guys are going to be a little bit better than some of the center cards in C tier like Chris Kaman. You know, they all got great size. At least D-Rob and Diop got great size, and then Dino's going to be a really good kind of small ball center where Dino can, you know, take people off the dribble. He's super quick with the ball in his hands, and he does have an 8-foot wingspan, so going to be very elite on the defensive side of things. Also able to grab rebounds, block shots like crazy. That wingspan does make a huge difference. And then Diop and D-Rob are going to be very similar center cards. You know, have solid jump shots. Like, Diop's got the Chris Bosh base, Oscar Robertson upper on quick timing, is an absolute money jump shot. So I think he's going to be at least in the B tier category. Brook Lopez, I don't know if you put Brook Lopez in S. I think it's really debatable. I'm going to go S tier for now for Brook Lopez. I think he's an elite 7'1" center, has a great player model, plays good defense, and does have a super money jump shot with a B elites at base and the Brook Lopez upper, you know, on very quick timing. So I think Brook Lopez, I just want to quickly check his stats one more time on his badges and his animations. Like, I think he's going to be an S. I think he's like probably a top 5 to 7 center in the game, very similar to like a Marcus Gasol card. So I'll leave him in S tier for now. Maybe he does get moved around later in the video. Mark Eden, I'm going to go in C tier. I know a lot of people for Mark Eden would probably actually go like B tier. I just like centers that can shoot. I like to have all the cards on my lineup be able to shoot, but if you're okay using an inside center who's got good speed, or at least decent speed, decent acceleration, he's going to be a giant. Like, he's basically like a Boban or a Chuck Nivette, but he's got good enough speed. He just can't shoot a 3-ball. So he's like Chuck Nivette, both way higher speed, a card that can actually run. So I think for me personally, going to be in C tier alongside Evan Mobley. I don't know if Mobley's in B tier. I think he's a lot better at the power forward position. He just has a really skinny player model in game that I don't think he's, that great at center. I do think he's a lot better at the power forward position. Still going to play really good defense, but also does have that super slow and beta jump shot. Peter Gudmundsson, I think you got to go A tier. Actually, an elite center card in my team. Like, I think he's slightly better than Tyson Chandler. I'm not sure if he's on the same level as a Marcus Gasol or a Brook Lopez, so I do want to keep him in the A tier category for now, but he's 7'2", 7'10" wingspan. I think he's got to go somewhere in the A tier category. George Mearson, I might throw in C tier. I don't really know though, because once again, he's going to be another one of these giant center cards, only 25 speed, 25 acceleration. At least he can shoot a 3-ball, and his player model is absolutely overpowered. I think you still got to go in D tier. Like, if you have 25 speed, 25 acceleration, I just don't think I can put you anywhere higher than D tier. So George Mearson, even his hero version that can shoot threes, I think has to go in the D tier category. Greg Oden still has great size at the center position. I'm gonna throw Greg Oden somewhere in C tier. He's still a great defender. He blocks shots, he rebounds. He's just a really good traditional center. Just don't know if he's on the same level as some of these other, D-Robs, D-Ops, cards that can actually stretch the floor. Actually, you know what? I think I'll go Greg Oden in B tier. He still gives you great size at that center position. Opal Yao Ming got to be in the S tier category. Will obviously have his other dark matter as well, but I do think his Opal is still going to be a top 5 center somewhat in the game. Might have to move around these cards a little bit for the center position, but I think Opal Yao Ming going to be in S tier. Still such a glitch, 7'6" with a 7'9" wingspan. Hassan Whiteside, I would throw in the B tier category. A newer center in my team that just came out in the Titan set. And he's actually a really good center. He's 7 foot with a 7'7" wingspan. Reminds me a lot of a Tyson Chandler, a Mo Bamba. Just think his jump shot's a little bit questionable, but great defenders, got great size, great player model in game. I think for now he's going to be somewhere in the B tier category. Joel Embiid, I would still probably throw in A tier. He's still got good size at that 5. Maybe not the best jump shot, but his stats are still super well rounded. And I do think he's a better center card than everybody in B tier. Now, Tyson Chandler and Peter, I probably would take over Joel at the center position, but I would take Joel over like a DeAndre Ayton, over a Dino or a D-Rob, these type of cards. Kristaps Porzingis, I think you got to go in S tier. I do like him a little bit more than like Brook Lopez and Marcus Gasol, so I think for now, you probably got to go him somewhere in the S tier category. Still a great 7'3" center, a great pick and popper, one of the best stretch bigs in my team. So I'm going to go Kristaps somewhere in the S tier category. Mitchell Robinson, I think you give A tier. He's got great size at the center position. He's got a great player model, amazing all around defensive stats and badges. He's literally got every Hall of Fame defensive badge, and then also is super athletic. Mo Bamba, I think also is going to be an A tier. I think Mo Bamba's got great size, 7', 7'10" wingspan, a very similar card to Hassan Whiteside. I just do think he's got a way better jump shot. Dikembe Mutombo, I think you got to throw an S tier. Still a great defensive center. I like him a little bit more than Peter, Tyson Chandler, Mitchell Robinson, those type of center cards. He's still a great shot blocker, has a good jump shot, and gets amazing defensive animations. I would say Olowokandi going to be somewhere in C tier. He still plays good defense and has a decent release, so I don't think he's D tier, but I think he's going to be somewhere in C. D-Rob, same tier as Joel Embiid. Yes, they're a little bit better at the power forward position, just because their size is good, but I think they're a lot better at power forward. They're still 7'1" though, with a 7'5" wingspan, and can still definitely run the 5 spot. It's just compared to like the Manute Bols, the Yao Mings, the Kristapses, the Dikembes, they're not undersized, but I'm just saying like they're a little bit better at power forward, just because of their defense. But yeah, D-Rob, I think, and Joel Embiid are both going to be in the A tier category, alongside the dark matter Cream. Now, I don't like Cream that much at the center position. I think if you wanted to run this card, he's a lot more usable at the of 4. At least that's the way that I would personally run Kareem. I do still think he's a great defender, just like D-Rob and Joel Embiid, has great stats and badges. Just wish he had a better jump shot. Ryan Hollins really isn't that bad. I'm gonna throw him in C tier. Not a great center in the game, but also not terrible. Sabonis, I think I'll put somewhere in A tier. I really don't like the Sabonis card that much because of his release. I think his release is super slow and really hard to green, but he's still 7'3", 7'6" wingspan. He's still one of those giant cards. He can play make, he can knock down threes, so I think you got to go Sabonis somewhere in A tier. Talking about Shaq, I think he's going to be the same tier as Greg Oden. Not a great jump shot, but still gives you elite athleticism, really fast center card, has great defensive stats and badges. I'm going to throw him somewhere in B tier. Simbular, another giant. I mean, I think all these giants are just going to have to go in D tier. They're just really too slow to actually be usable in game. Yao Ming, I think, is going to be in S tier. That's going to be, what, 7? Yeah, I think I'm okay with that. I mean, we got 2 Yao Mings in here, so only actually 6 different cards, in the S tier category. And I think all these 7 centers are like a step above the cards in A tier. But yeah, here Yao Ming, probably the second best center in my team, or he is definitely the second best center right behind Manute Bol. I'm going to go James Wiseman in C tier. Not as bad as the Giants because he still is somewhat usable in game, but just really not going to be that great of a center card. And then Wilt Chamberlain, I just don't personally like this card. I might go B tier. Is that crazy to say? I'll go A tier just because of his defense. He's still got an 8-foot wingspan, and he's going to be such a good paint masher, and he gets really good animations in game. So I'm going to throw Wilt Chamberlain in the A tier category. But guys, let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about my center card tier list, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.